Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Enterprise, Season 3, Episode 16, Doctor's Orders. This is actually a pretty good one. I did enjoy this one. It's a good storyline, and I know it's a good storyline because it's been done before. The one that immediately jumps to my mind is... what was it called? I think it was 1. The Voyager episode where the entire crew has to go into hibernation for like 3 months or something, or 2 months or 2 weeks, an extended period of time. And 7 is like the only one on board except for with the Doctor. And so, I mean, Voyager was a big ass ship. I mean, it was smaller than the Enterprise D, but pretty sure it was still significantly bigger than the Enterprise NX-01. So, but anyway, like, it's the same plot, essentially, except for it's the Doctor, Dr. Phlox, and T'Pol are alone on the Enterprise for 4 days. And, I mean, Voyager, like, I don't remember the exact amount of time, but it was one of those where you're like, damn, like, that, to be alone for that long would make sense. I mean, except for me, I'm an introvert, so 2 months alone, no big deal. Anyway, for this one, like 4 days, you think Dr. Phlox would be able to keep his shit together, but he can't. He doesn't. He fails. For the most part, like, Porthos kind of saved this episode. Like, I think Porthos is my favorite character, maybe because I have my 2 puppies that neither one wanted to be in this video, so I was like, whatever, fuck you too. So, but like his whole scene with Porthos and stuff like that, and then when he almost shoots Porthos, I was like, oh my god, what is happening right now? And then as the episode continues, like, because I've seen the other episode with 7 of 9, like right away, I was like, okay, so he's delusional. He's seeing things that are not there. Like, it's not going to be the way he thinks it is. And sure enough, as the episode progresses, like, oh, the Xindi insectoids are not actually on board, and there's not actually this or that, and it's just Phlox being crazy. And then as the episode progresses, I did finally start to suspect about T'Pol. I think the scene that really kind of got me was when they're trying to turn on the engines, and she wouldn't help him, and he had to keep running back and forth. That was kind of the scene that tipped me off, mostly because I grew up in the 90s. Like, The Sixth Sense was one of my favorite movies growing up. And then I remember the big reveal with Bruce Willis, and the tell-all was the fact that he doesn't touch anything throughout the whole movie. Like, even the scene when he goes to dinner with his wife, she's sitting there, and then when he sits down, he doesn't even pull the chair out. He just sits down. And then, like, he doesn't touch the bill. He doesn't touch anything in that whole movie. And I was like... And so that scene when the Doctor's running back and forth, you never see T'Pol touch a thing. And that was kind of my first tip, was like, oh, are they going to do that? And sure enough, like, when he goes to T'Pol's quarters and he sees her laying there, I was like, oh, yep, they went there. So, I don't know, I feel like they could have done it a little bit better. I feel like they tipped their hand a little too well with the big shock. But I do think it was really good. I still really enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, he was so delusional there at the end that where, like, he had to put the ship into, like, warp 2, I was expecting something completely different. Like, I was expecting, like, they were out of the whatever, like, already, and that he was delusional in seeing that they were still in there. Again, kind of like the Voyager episode where, like, it's the monster that makes you see what you want to see type situation. So, like, I was like, oh my god, he's going to put the ship in warp 2, and it's going to blow up, or something like that, but Tucker's going to wake up at the last second and stop it, or something like that. And I was like, oh, nope, he actually put the ship in warp 2 and saved the day. So, that was kind of a twist that it was playing out that way. The T'Pol thing, not so much. So, for those who have seen it, what did you guys think? How would you compare it to the 1 episode? Go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for Hatchery.